Alright, this is a video response to a video from Miketendo that he put out back in June. I know I'm the asshat because I'm just now getting to it. It was 8 months ago, but fuck you. In that video, he suggested doing either a video response or putting in the comment section your top 5 most expensive Nintendo games. And even though mine are very expensive, I figured I might as well go ahead and do it. So number 5 on my list, surprisingly, is Contra the original, which is $23 currently. I'm kind of surprised it's actually that high, but then again, when I go out and look for video games, I don't see very many copies of either the original Contra or Super C, so I don't know if that necessarily means that they're really that rare or what the situation is. And this is my original copy. As you can see, it's got my name on it, so, you know, I mean, it's not like I bought it after the fact or I bought it hoping it would go up in value, so, you know, I'm happy with it, I guess, but I'm surprised. I have a lot of other video games that are right around this price range. I don't have very many games that are really worth a lot of money, but I guess this is the as far as the bottom where we're going to start and go up from. And coming in number 4, surprisingly, is Mega Man 4 for $27. This is a really great game. I didn't get this like after the fact, and I'm just kind of happy they went up in price. I got this probably when it first came out for either a birthday or holiday, I can't remember, but this is a great game. This is probably one of my favorite games out of all the Mega Mans that are on Nintendo. Of course, you know, that's kind of debatable on who you are, but great game, and I think it definitely deserves a spot on number 4 on my list. Okay, coming in number 3 on our list, surprisingly, is Mega Man 6. Now, this game, it's a pretty good game. It's definitely not my favorite of the Mega Man series, and probably because I got this after the fact. I got it in my 20s. I didn't really know much past Mega Man 4. I mean, I knew there was a Mega Man 5 and 6, I just hadn't really paid attention or played it, so I got this, like I said, after the fact in my 20s, and I want to say I probably paid about $5 for it, because it was at that time these games were really worth that much, so I guess it was a good investment. It's gone up, you know, it's worth $37 right now. That's a pretty good price. It's a good game, but I'm surprised that it's actually worth that much. Alright, number 2 on our list, Mega Man 5. As you can see, Mega Man is definitely taking a big hold on my top 5. This one is worth $51 currently, and that's surprising to me too, because this is, just like I was saying before, this is a game I got after the fact in my 20s again. Probably paid about $5 for it. It's a good game. I've played through it. It's definitely, like I said, it's not one of my favorite games, but it definitely deserves a spot among the Mega Man games. But I'm really surprised that this is worth that much money. But you know, with Mega Man, anything, even the first one, is definitely worth a lot of money. Alright, getting to number 1. This probably might not be the most exciting of games. It's definitely not a Snow Brothers, definitely not an Action 52. It's not a Little Samson, none of that crap. I've never ever seen any of those games in the wild or even in at a video game store where they would price it at an astronomical price. So I'm sure they're out there, but those games, there's a reason why they're worth hundreds of dollars. They're pretty rare. But this one's actually kind of an interesting story, but I'll show it to you first. Coming in number 1 at valued at $108 right now loose is DuckTales 2. This is a really interesting story about how I got this one, and I explained it in a video where I was doing my video game tour here earlier, but I'll go ahead and tell it again if you haven't seen that. This game, I actually saw it on Craigslist, one of the only times I've ever bought a game off of Craigslist. Guy had about 20 games and a Nintendo listed, and he was trying to sell them all for 40 bucks. The titles that he was actually selling were really good. He had like Zelda in there, Metroid, stuff that's worth, you know, $10, $15. And I had sent him a message, talked to him about getting some of these games, and it ended up just getting this one because I really didn't want the other games, and at the time I'm not really big into reselling a bunch of those other games. I had most of them, even though I knew they were worth money, and I just kind of told him, you know, you'd be better off selling these individually and making yourself some little dough. So I guess he gave me a pretty good deal overall, because he still agreed to sell me just this game alone, even though he was trying to sell them all as a bundle. But we came to a pretty good price, I think so. Now knowing what it's worth, I didn't realize it was worth that much money even when I bought it. I just had always heard that there was a DuckTales 2, and I'm a big fan of the original, so I just kind of wanted this game for my own collection to play. But I ended up getting this game for $5, and then he needed a hard drive at the time for a computer. It was like a half a terabyte, and I just had a bunch of them sitting around, so I gave him that and $5, and this game is mine. So I figured I probably paid, maybe if I was real cash value on the hard drive and everything, maybe $40 in total. And for this game to be worth $180 and me to get it for $40, I guess, even though I didn't actually pay anything for that hard drive, it was extra. If you really said I paid $5, it's a great deal. Is it really worth this much money? I don't know. You guys, that's, to me, some of these prices for some of these games are so inflated now. I mean, I guess it is. And what I like about this game is it's in really good condition. There's really nothing wrong with the label. There's no like damage on it at all. There's some sticker here, but that's easy to come out. There's a sticker on the back, so this is in really, really good condition. Funny thing is, I've never actually gotten a chance to play this game yet, but I'm looking forward to getting into it. And I hear it's pretty similar to the original, so I'm sure I'm not missing too much since I've already beat the original one before. But yeah, so this is the most expensive game in my collection, and I'm really happy that I got this for a pretty low price, because I'm not one of those people I don't think that really pay big money to even get some of the really rare titles. Unless it was like $40 for like an Action 52 or something like that, maybe. But even then, I'd rather try to get all the other games that I can that are worth $15-20 than to have like one game that's super, super expensive. And I'll also say thanks for Miketendo for putting that suggestion out there to do one of these videos, and hopefully this time next year I may have some even more, and this list will change up, and either maybe some other games that I have will go up in value, or maybe I'll get some other games at good prices that will be up in value. So hopefully you'll see a new video next year with a new list. Later.